Hello, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Would you like to give your thoughts on tonight's match?
I mean, a very interesting match. I think we started a little slow. We were trying to settle ourselves in the game. Credit to Houston, they started well, they moved the ball well, they found some good areas, and they created a few opportunities at the beginning of the match in the first half. Alio kept us in the game once or twice in the first half. And towards the middle end of the first half, we started pressuring a little bit higher, keeping the ball a little bit better. And then we started creating opportunities. We started to become a little more dangerous. We started preventing some things in the back. And I thought in the second half, even though they did have some opportunities and Alio was able to also have a phenomenal save. Practically, I saw the ball going in. But we dominated the second half in every part of it. The control that we had, the possession. When we went up a man, that's the moment that we felt we could win this game. We just missed that moment, that pragmatism to be able to finalize and take the game on that moment in the opportunities that we have, because we had some very good opportunities. Credit to them as well. They worked hard towards the end. They sacrificed, the close spaces, they still were in the game, and it feels like we could have come out here with 3 points at the end of the day. But ultimately, in the way it started, and always every time that you go away, 1 point away is always a good thing as well.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open the questions now. If you have any questions for Gio, please raise your hand. No questions. Okay, we'll go to Paul Danzer, Portland Tribune.
Gio, just talk about the slow starts on the road. A few times that's happened. What's your feeling about that?
Yeah, I think sometimes that's something that is normal in the game. You have a plan in place. All of a sudden, you try to settle yourself in the match with the ball, without the ball, and sometimes it happens right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of while, and it took a little bit of time to settle in the match. But I felt that from the middle of the first half towards the end, we were a strong team. We kept the ball. We moved it well. And in the second half, we did a very good job all around to do the things that we needed to do switch point of attack, to keep possession, to create opportunities, to defend well in the moments that they break through. We have to remember they had a few opportunities in which we either saved it, or sometimes was Van Rankin, or other players, Laris towards the end as well. They sacrificed to defend well, but we felt that we were in control, and unfortunately in the second half, we could have won the game. But ultimately, credit to Houston as well, with 10 men. They worked hard the entire match, even towards the end without one extra player.
Any more questions for Gio? If you have any questions, please raise your hand. We'll go back to Paul.
Gio, I could tell at halftime you were frustrated by the yellow cards. Is that some of that adjusting to the way officials are interpreting things, or just maybe speak to that side of it a little bit?
Yeah, and what I can say is that some of the yellow cards, we have looked into our own, make poor decisions to receive some yellow cards, but I do believe as well that we've been on the wrong side of some of the calls in getting yellow cards. For example, the one on Paredes, we got a yellow card right away because he tried to give the ball back, just throw it a little bit in behind. And if they think that is time wasting, then when they kicked it out as well, then they should have given it to them as well. So I think sometimes we have been, as I said, on the other side of maybe the wrong calls against Vancouver as well. Bravo got a yellow card, shouldn't be a yellow card. So I think it builds up, and then we start missing players. So yes, I have to say also that it's a little bit on us. We cannot give all the blame outside, because we also have done some things to deserve these yellow cards in a matter that we could have prevented. But I do think that we've been a lot of times on the other side, and I was frustrated at halftime because I felt the yellow cards mostly kept on coming to us, but the game sometimes adjusts, and we saw that at the end. Their defender got 2 yellows, and we play with an extra man. So that's the way the game is.
We'll go to Cal Pennell.
Gio, you talked a little bit about Alias and his save in the second half today, and 4 saves today, I believe, 5 against Vancouver. And just going back all season, it seems like he's faced a lot of shots and has stepped up in some big moments. Just what have you seen from him, not just today, but when you think back on this season, that he's been able to carry forward and be a little more consistent on so far?
Yeah, I mean, very good. I mean, he's been developing, growing, getting better and better, getting more confidence. He's showing his quality. I think against Vancouver, yes, the PK, besides the PK, we never felt that they were dangerous until the last few minutes. So I would say more on the saves of today, because I felt some of the saves that he put into today were moments in which we could have been penalized, and he saved us, basically. In those moments, 2-3 times in the first half, one phenomenal save in the second half, and those saves kept us in the game. So he's showing his quality, he's showing that he's maturing, and we saw that, coming here in Houston, which is a difficult place, he handled himself very, very well.